Let me see. Hold on. We good or you found it?
We good. We
Hold
on.
on. I don't see us yet.
I see it on the computer.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. Phone gonna be a little slower.
Okay. So I'ma trust you, man. We starting? Everybody, we good?
Come on.
Let's do it, man. Welcome. We are back. Episode number 10. We in this G thing. Give it up. 15fifteen podcast. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know me, I go by man. It's my dog Dave. Got my dog Keese on the boards. And today, got a special guest, man, my homeboy Mac Nealy. Fucking house, man.
Come on. What's up, man?
What it
Appreciate
do,
y'all for
man?
having me, man.
See,
cut. It said we live though. Oh yeah, we good.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh yeah, so let's keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
We got my boy Mac in the house. I'm happy to have a homie. He one of the cats out here I met that does music that I really like. I've been following and just following your movement on Instagram. I've just been liking the aesthetic, the music, the vibe. You feel me?
Bring it all together.
Really happy to have you here. But before we even get into you and your story, today is my homie's birthday, man. Give it up, man. Give it up for Verified Dave.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday, man.
The man, the myth, man.
Yes,
Give it up.
sir.
He really making it all happen. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all know he be kind of quiet doing his thing, laid back, but he really the mastermind, and you know what I'm saying? He really put it all together. So just want to let y'all know in the beginning, off top, and this is episode 10. Man.
Episode 10.
Happy birthday, man.
Congratulations to y'all, man.
Thank you.
Man. This is
Thank
a
you.
blessing.
Congratulations.
We officially a dime in. You know what I'm saying? What you say? Oh yeah, we officially a dime in, and it's like that's a big feat because I've done pods. I don't think I've ever made it to a 10th episode. Man.
10 episodes is a big deal.
Yeah. So I'm kind of excited about that. So today's a special day, and I'm really happy about our guests. I'm happy that you here because, we had an episode right with another Vegas artist.
Yeah.
And I think I spoke about it last week. It's kind of gone in the ether.
Yeah.
Because we had little technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So you will to the public, you will be our first Vegas sit down.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So just tell us, I want you to just break it down. How was it growing up out here in Vegas?
Well, I mean, like a lot of, just depending on where you grew up in the city, because it was so like, it was like a small, big town.
But what part did you grow up in?
I grew up so I started off on the west side, moved to the north. I was born on the north side.
See, the north is where we at. That's like what I seem like is the North Vegas is like our South Central.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's
the
kind
west side, yeah.
The west side, you would say?
Yeah, the historic west side.
That
would be more like South Central, where you have like a lot of different types of people coming together and, making community. You know what I mean? So I think that, when you have the historic west side, there's a lot of history there. That branched off into the north, you know what I mean? And, it's a weird way of, the geographics out here. But as soon as, if you're looking at the stratosphere from the left or the right, you know where you at.
Hey, nah, bro. I was over in some like apartments by the stratosphere picking up one of my little homies. Bro, it got tricky right there, homie. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was there like, hold up.
By the stratosphere, that's great. That's Naked City, man.
So you know what's crazy too? I looked at a whole Vegas documentary back in the day, and apparently a lot of those spots, like right by the strip, was where like a lot of the showgirls live and the workers for the hotels.
Okay.
So they were like nice, and then eventually they became ran down more like the projects kind of, and that's kind of what I've seen. So just from my experience out here.
Absolutely, yeah. The West Side. I mean, even then, they had hotels and they had their own like thing going. You know what I mean? The showgirls would leave the strip, and then after hours they would come and work at the Moulin Rouge and have fun and do their own thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, you think about it now, it's like a girl work at Cirque du Soleil right now, but she gonna come downtown to the, you feel me, the cheap shots or the distro, you know what I mean? Whatever is going on.
Yeah.
That's that's how it is to really let their hair down and do their thing. So, as time progressed, it was like they didn't want us in those clubs, you know what I'm saying? They didn't want us in those areas. So we had to find our own thing. And eventually, man, it was probably like 4 or 5 months in before they shut down our stuff. Damn. You feel me? Before they shut down Moulin Rouge, and it was making so much money.
Yeah, the Moulin Rouge.
I heard about that.
Bro, I think it's on HBO Max or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a whole documentary breaking down how the Moulin Rouge was finally our hotel, the Black People Hotel, and then we didn't have it for long, but that we was having stars coming. It was about to get popping. And damn,
it was popping.
Yeah, so that's crazy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you say you started in the West, moved to the North.
Yeah.
And then that's where you.
Yeah, moved to the North, and then I actually moved to Texas for a little bit.
Oh shit, what part?
When I was a young, East Dallas, Garland.
Oh, hard.
Yeah, I was
Shout out
there,
to Texas.
Rockwall, all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oak Cliff, all that. You know, and then when I came back, we was on the East Side for a little bit. Obviously, you can hear we moved around a lot. Yeah. But then my mom took a crazy leap and moved in the middle of nowhere out in the Southwest when there was nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
there was nothing going on. Everything still being built. Like right where Durango Station is now.
Right where Durango is. Yeah,
where that was, there was nothing.
Nothing.
Like that part, all that you see, I keep.
Like what year? What year would you say?
I would say like 2004.
Yeah, because it's a whole different Vegas from what I.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Yeah,
it's completely different.
All right, because my grandma used to live out here. I used to come out here.
Okay.
But it wasn't this. Like I remember Henderson. That's all I remembered.
Wow.
Now, because I've been out here for like almost 5 years, maybe.
Okay.
Even now, I'm seeing growth. Like it's crazy. Areas wasn't what they was.
I found myself coming back and being like, "Yo, they
put
this
where they put that here?"
So 04, you moved to Southwest, and then where was you at? Like you as Mac.
Where was I at?
Like was you making music then, or?
Man, I've been a musician since I was a kid. You know what I mean? And I grew up in the section where all the churches were. So
interesting.
My mother and my grandmother actually had a church, and my history go deep. You know what I'm saying? Radio history, all that. Moms used to be on the radio. Grandma used to be on the radio. Yeah, so music is just like in my family. And I was the first one to take it outside of the church type. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, because I followed my cousin. My cousin was real big in the jerk movement. So I'm like, man,
what's your cousin name?
Young Incredible. He used to be
with
the Rangers.
I've heard that name. Yeah, I know the Rangers went to my school. They was like my little homies back then.
Yeah.
I feel like I know that name. I'm trying to remember him.
It's kind of like it's right there. I'm talking.
Young Incredible.
Well, like Black Sam and all
Yeah. I know Sam for sure.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. So when I seen that, and he had sold out a show in Stockton, California. And I was like, bro, I gotta go, because we was making music at the time, and I'm like, all right, well, I gotta find my own identity, because jerking music wasn't my thing.
I mean, like, I feel you.
That wasn't my thing.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, I got signed off of a jerking record before. Look. I'm 16. I got found at a performance, and then they was like, go make a hit, right? Yeah. So I went home, and I'm thinking about the words being used in school, thinking about just something that the kids, not the kids, but my peers would feel. And at this time, one of the homies for 40s, he just like, ooh, I was at the party with jerking. I'm like, so I went home, made a song called Jerking. And I'm doing the dance everybody did in LA. It wasn't called jerking. I'm just dancing to my music. I went to the label, I went to the meeting, because I wasn't signed in. Showed them this. That day, they put Sean Kingston on a remix on a record called Jerking, right? And
they just threw it. They just threw him on
that day, bro. My life changed. That was like the day my life changed.
That's hard.
And that's the record that got me in the door. After that, though, it never came out because they thought it was too regional. This is like a year before the New Boys came out with You're a Jerk.
So you was ahead of the.
Yeah, they knew everybody. I know all of them because they knew about the song. But this is like MySpace days, but the label didn't get behind it, so we never really put it out. It was just something like, oh yeah, that's the kid that got signed off a jerking record, but it wasn't the record that people heard when it came out.
That wasn't the one that kicked it out, but it was
because I'm literally in high school. I went to school with Young Thiz, Jayhawk, everybody. These are my homies. Jayhawk. I got a project with Jayhawk.
That's hard.
It's called Fairfax and Pico. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's hard.
And he makes some of my favorite records of mine outside of the jerking thing. He really talented.
Yeah, that's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying?
That's
But
dope.
we went to high school together. I was in that movement, so I gotta know Young Incredible. At some point.
Yeah. Right now, I wish bro would have pulled up. But
that would have been tight.
Yeah.
That would have been tight.
Sure. We're gonna connect for
sure.
sure.
So he was your cousin in LA? I'm guessing.
So no,
he not from
Stockton,
LA?
up north.
Stockton.
They was going from Stockton, and then they eventually came down the coast, and started making movement out there, and that's how they connected, was because the jerking movement was coming from, you know what I'm saying, LA, and you know how you always have the the Bay and LA, sound like each other, but that was the point where it was like, all right, it's coming together.
Yeah, it's damn near one sound.
Yeah, to me. So that's what I seen, and I was like, okay, cool. I want to be able to start moving and doing my thing, but it was a lot going on out in Vegas, but it wasn't what you see today. It
A
was
lot
like
as far as
music. It was a lot of entertainment.
like artists from Vegas. It was a lot of that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We had like a lot of battle rappers out here. We were starting to get notoriety. People being on 106 and Park, and we got the Dizzies and all that, and it just started bubbling. And as the city grows, it kind of gets to that point, and I feel like pandemic was a blessing and a curse for us. Right, to where it was like, are we gonna halt all of this? Because it get to the point where we starting to get these strip venues and everything, and then it just stops, right? Because the world stops, and then you take that next leap and say, "Damn, we came back stronger." And this is the things that you're starting to see now.
Oh,
right?
okay, because that was tight, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
That's tight.
I'm glad you popped out though,
bro. And it was so random. I'll tell you,
because he came back to the stool. He was lit. He like, bro, you gotta check this out. So y'all gotta fill me in on
dog. So I'm gonna paint the picture for me. All right,
okay,
so
bet.
I'm out here. I moved to Vegas originally to kind of mess with the DJs out here because I was out here. My girl was out here. I'll come back and forth. Every time I'm out here, I'm like, I hit up Just Incredible. He like, pull up. Like, because out here, people come from everywhere and they don't have people.
Right.
And I like, when they come to LA, it's a crowd full of people. So it's always crazy. So out here, I was able to really wiggle easy. I'm like, ooh, I see a little lane right here. You know what I'm saying? So I moved out here, and right before pandemic, I was out every night messing with DJs. So since the pandemic came back, since the pandemic let all this, you know what I'm saying? We here now. I've been messing with DJs again and just popping out and hanging with cats. But I met a few from out here, like Tim Tones, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Tim Tones, he be hitting me randomly to pop out. We went out on my birthday. I met him up at Moxie. And that's like one of my favorite spots out here. Like,
Moxie low-key.
Low-key underground real player spot at the late night. So I met him there, and we just been, building and vibing. And we was at the studio that night, and every room was kind of booked.
Right.
So he like, man, pull up. I'm like, ooh, I got the homie with me. I'm like,
yeah.
Hey man, let's just make a quick mission. Usually, and I'm a parent, so I'm like usually with my daughter or my wife and all this, so I can't really be making moves. Right. But this night I'm out.
He's like, I'm outside.
Like, man, let's bust this swerve real quick. I don't know what it's gonna be, but I'm seeing his picture. A couple other people got this big head thing. I'm like, oh, that look cool. It's like some art thing.
Yeah,
right.
So I'm thinking maybe something cool. So I pull up, we walk in, and like first at the door, I'm meeting people. I'm like, oh, this crowd is different. I ain't never seen this. Yeah. I'm getting they selling weed here. Right. I'm like, oh, okay, that's some fire, and it's cool, and I like supporting my people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, boom, I buy an eighth automatically. I'm walking the party with an eighth off top. I'm like, okay, this is lit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So then we walk in, boom. All our people, beautiful people.
Yes, sir.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Like it's not just our people. It's like a beautiful crowd of our people dancing.
Great
to
energy.
Vibes, just vibing, and it's art everywhere.
Yeah.
And the homie Tim Tones going crazy.
Crazy. Put up the
Tim Tones DJing going
like.
crazy, right? Yeah. So I'm like, this is where we supposed to be right now. So I'm chilling behind the DJ booth, just observing, rolling up, smoking. And oh, by the way, on the walk-in, we run into each other.
Yeah. That was
randomly.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
randomly,
as we're walking up.
We pull up same time. So we walking in. I'm already feeling like, oh, gang, we good.
Yeah.
So then, boom. So we upstairs, we chilling, and then they starting to play music, and I'm guessing I'm hearing whispers about this project or something that they did, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm kind of laid back though, because I feel like an outsider watching something, because I'm with the DJ.
Right.
So it's like I'm his guest. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching it. I'm like, damn, this is lit.
Finding out about it that night.
Yeah. Then I'm meeting people like through, because I'm cool with Teddy Crooklyn.
Right.
And I'm meeting his people.
And that's how we met.
Yeah. And Teddy linked me with him. So I'm meeting all his people, all these Vegas people. I'm like, okay, this is a Vegas, real fly Vegas thing like going on, and I'm witnessing it, and I didn't know what it was gonna be. Yeah. So then they starting to play songs, and then they play his song, and I didn't even know it was his song. I'm like, who is this? I'm like, who is this? And I'm hearing the vibe. I'm like, oh snap, that's the homie.
Yeah.
So then now they going up, everybody going up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he really a joint. He really got stuff cracking out here.
Got it going.
So I'm like, okay, boom. So they playing his music. They play a couple other artists' music. No, now that's what I'm about to get into.
Yeah.
Cause I gotta ask you, cause they play at the end they invite this big nigga, dude come through, bunch of people. We in the back. Now we kind of pushed out the section, cause they kind of come through like, I'm like, okay, they may really be it.
Yeah.
And he playing his music, and like I love like Afro beats. I love that big sound.
Yeah,
And because I come from a label and I come from the machine, the industry.
You know what's working right now.
I'm hearing this. I'm like, this is him?
Yeah.
Is this coming out of here? Is this real?
Yeah.
Because this song sounded like I heard it before, damn near.
Yeah.
And it was big, and I'm like, damn, this is great music. Because it's not rap now. Now it's like he's singing. It's a vibe. I'm like, okay, it's really cool. And I met some of the people behind it. It's called Distribution, right?
Yeah, so distribution company founded by Jezreel. And pretty much, you know, the goal has been to give the power back to the artist, right? So, you know, pretty much we get into a point where artists are always giving themselves, but nobody is willing to give back to the artist and pay for the art. Right. So that's why you've seen a lot of art. That's why you've seen a lot of people who...
It's an artsy...
It was an art event, right? Yeah. So music is art, clothing is art, photography
clothes
is art,
was fly.
So we had everything there in one room, right? So there were a lot of, you know, it was a lot of heads that go into this, right? I'm just a small piece of the movement, right? I like to look at myself as that, and whatever I can bring to it, I can bring to it. But you know, there is a big, you know, horizon that we have coming out the city, and you got to see a small piece of it, right? And so now it just comes down to making sure coordination, making sure 15fifteen sees it, you know, all the different avenues and outlets see it. Because I always tell people, Vegas has been on, right? You know to come to Vegas. You can't say
that's been my point.
It's like, so everybody's like trying to crack this mold open, and I'm like, you can't do that. It's already been done, right? But how do you create a community out of this? You cultivate a sound, and you cultivate, you know, just love and
positive
people
out of this.
Right. So if we look at it from that angle, we could say, all right, let me bring the who's who in the room.
Right.
And the next time y'all see this, you're gonna want to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There.
You will be there, right?
Yeah.
You will be there for sure.
Yeah,
And I'm put my stamp on that. You're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It
Hold
felt like
on, man.
it felt like culture, like a Vegas culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like I felt like it was real authentic without even having these conversations. It just I felt the authenticity.
You felt the love in the room.
I felt the love. And I got to give it up to Tim. There was a point where he was DJing some music, and it was something I never heard before. It was like instrumentals mixed with Afro beats mixed with other stuff that just was like it sounded like a sound that could be possibly coming bubbling.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I'm wondering, because with your sound too, I wanted to tell you.
I appreciate that.
To me, I think I told you there, it reminded me of like a Cash Cobain, but West Coast.
Yeah.
And to me, I love it. Because I'm in love with the Cash Cobain sound right now. Right now, I even shouted that out.
Sexy drill.
Sexy drill.
Just found out about Cash Cobain.
It's not drill.
Yeah.
It's just drill. Sexy, pause.
Yeah,
like, it's just like West Coast. But it's West
crazy.
Coast because I think it was the bass lines or something in it because what sexy drill do to me, it builds anticipation.
There you go.
And it just kind of creates this
that energy,
a build up. And then when the drums come, it's like the payoff.
The drums probably come in later. For a big
and
drop,
I've been.
Hey, Tim told me right there because he's spinning the record, right? So he's spinning the distro tape volume 1. Go get it. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good stuff, right? So he tells me, he like, yo, it's insane that you waited to bring the drums in that late.
See,
he knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm like, because it was like, I'm gonna give y'all 2 vibes in one record, right?
Bro.
When it first came on, it was like, whoa, what is this? And then halfway through, you're like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what we did with all the records. You know, the girls got their record, they spitting crazy. You know what I'm saying? Then everybody's got these different
Wait, so
vibes.
this is a project?
It's a project.
Is it out? It's out.
It's out right now.
See,
I
went
that night,
bro. I went that night and looked up Mac Nealy, and I heard your stuff, but it wasn't.
It's just on the. It's just that's one.
Because I'm looking for fall in love in club, something fell in love, something like that. Because I remember that's the name of the record.
Looking for that.
But I'm like, I don't see it.
Hey,
No, I was looking for it that
night. I might have
night.
to get on that, man.
I'm not lying,
man
bro.
Know music.
Yes, sir.
Ahead of time, he come in, he be like, "That's dope, Dave. We gonna run with that." Like,
Yes, sir.
okay. So when he say so, I'm like, okay, I gotta go listen to that.
Yeah, it was a vibe, man. It was tight, and I was with my homeboy. I'm gonna bring him through too.
Yes, sir.
He was here last week. The homie Foster. I think I
yeah.
Shout out to Foster.
I don't know if you know. That's Denise Williams' son.
Oh wow.
You know Denise Williams. Yeah. So that's so he know music too. And whole time we even leaving the club, we chopping it up about that. Like that. Did you hear the sound? Though?
Yeah.
Like, Like we just chopping it up about that. So
the sound is important.
The whole vibe, your record, the way Tim Tones was DJing, even the okay. So I'm gonna ask you about old boy Z. Is he from the islands or from overseas or where is he from?
So his family's from Ghana. He had the blessings to he's from Oklahoma, but his family's right. He's the direct line, right? He goes back every year. And I always tell him, I said, man, it's gonna be dope when we bring the West Coast and West Africa together. Me and him, because we always in the studio together. That's my boy. We got the podcast together. Breaking Bad.
Oh,
podcast.
he's on the pod with you. That's
crazy.
Him
and my boy Lamont. Yeah, so
that's crazy.
What we're trying to do, man, is just continue to bring that together, right? The industry and the streets. Right, so you see everybody in the club, everything going crazy, but you forget about the street level of people who's culture in the community. Let's bring them together and make it look dope. Like you said, it's aesthetic, right? And a lot of people, they step into the industry don't knowing photographer, videographer, knowing they got to have this in order and all that, right? But from the creative standpoint, it's the person that, like you said, nobody wants to buy the art. So you have the creative over here who creates the art that don't want to get paid for it. You have the artists who don't want to pay for the art. And then you have the people who are looking like, damn, we don't want to pay for none of that.
Nothing.
So let's all come together and make something happen and put the price on it. You know what I'm saying?
Because you need music with life.
Come on. Imagine rolling around with no music in your car.
Yeah,
I don't care how long you gonna go. You gonna be like, dang, I ain't heard nothing in 4 days.
Yeah.
At the store.
Hey, okay. I'm kind of about to mess y'all up a little bit.
Wait, one thing.
What's up?
Shout out to Lamont. That's the homie right there.
Yes, sir.
Man.
Lamont Authentic. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Who's that?
Shout out Lamont.
One of the hottest brands in the city. Authentic.
Yeah.
You see the A if you ever see an A on the hat.
That's your hat?
No, that's my
I
hat.
got a couple pictures with his hat on.
But no, why you shout them out? Because
he on the pod with me. He on the pod. Me and Z. Yeah, we on the pod.
He a host.
Yeah.
Nice.
They was gonna pull up. That's what I was on the phone with when you.
Because originally I told them I want to do a crossover episode.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they got a pod going.
Dope.
Yeah.
Feel like it would be dope for them.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I think because we got to get everybody back.
Yeah, we gonna do it.
Okay, cool. So that's what I want to do.
I
We should do that in the same week too.
Come on. Yeah, we gonna connect it. We gonna connect it. Yes, sir.
Damn, what was I about to say? Oh yeah, so I think it's dope really what y'all doing, and I kind of want to bring this company to y'all too. It's called Audience. It's a distribution company.
Oh, come on.
But it's not. It's a little different. It's like next level. It's like Web3 music.
It's the NFT joint.
Yeah, but it's not NFT. It's more so. It's like the Web3 version of Spotify.
Okay.
And I've been trying to bring more of our people into there because they going crazy.
Yeah.
And my songs have gotten a lot of views there, but they need the culture. They need more of us on there because there's a lot of like EDM going crazy on there right now. All this other stuff. But it would be dope.
I seen even the Weeknd that dropped some stuff on there too, right?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I know they got some big stuff, and they kind of they sponsored my trip to Shreveport.
Fire.
They just really
Fire.
dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
dope.
I do want to bring that to y'all because I think
Let's
something
do it.
like this could be a good ground to plant a seed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah. But yeah, man, tell me more about the podcast that y'all got. What's it called? And
It's called Breaking Bread.
Breaking Bread.
Right. And so we came together. Actually, Lamont, he's like Clarence Avon, if y'all know who that is.
Yeah, R.I.P. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Rest in peace. He's gonna bring the right people together. We're gonna bring the right minds together, and we're gonna make something happen. However it come together, that's how it come together. But Breaking Bread podcast was something that we started, and our next episode is coming real soon. He's everybody's mind is just crazy. I like being around people who make me think.
Yeah.
And so he's presenting, dope stuff along with him and the Authentic family, Clutch and all them, shout out. And then you got Z, who has the Eat movement, eliminate all troubles. So everybody has their own brands. That's the beautiful part of when we're bringing it together and saying, you know what, we can all get this bag together, right? Yeah. And so Breaking Bread is about like literally sitting down with your brothers at a table. You know what I'm saying? And not just physical bread, but it's mind game, right? Iron sharpen iron, right? So if I can come with you and drop you some game for an hour, then we just all elevated ourselves within that conversation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the goal. So we can bring all these different fashion, the industry, music, all that we all hold really near and dear together on one show.
That's tight, man. How many episodes have y'all shot?
Man, that's a crazy question.
Don't look. Hey, look. I know we want to,
Like I know the pod game not
I gotta
easy,
call
man.
I
So
should call
I know, but Hey,
I
we
saw
all
us
getting
in the
started.
action. Yeah.
So this is for the early listeners.
Yes,
so
sir,
it's
yes,
like
sir.
let's be vulnerable.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
here to
no,
motivate,
no, he's vulnerable. It's just a funny
inspire.
question because,
Yeah.
you know, we have been working out the kinks, right?
Right.
And so episode 3 is coming.
Yeah.
Dope,
That's cool.
dope.
Episode 3 coming, right?
Yeah.
But you know, we just always, like you said, the aesthetic, all that's important to us to make sure that we not just, you know, giving the dope ass game, but it look good. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah,
That y'all
of
can
course.
really see, okay, they really putting their mind to it and making it happen.
Right.
So, you know, that's pretty much what we make
Well,
sure.
like I've been like I'm gonna keep it real. So it took us a while to get going.
Yeah.
But this is what I told my homies, and I'm gonna tell you too. Just get out there.
Just do it.
Just sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta just get out there
You gotta
because
just do it.
what I be preaching to Dave and everybody like, cause they want it perfect, and I feel that. You know what I'm saying? Like the aesthetic gotta be right,
Yeah.
but it's also good to have your people grow with you.
Come on.
You know what I'm
Come
saying?
on.
Like it's good to have people see like, oh
love
damn, they upgraded.
Yeah.
I'm a
Oh, they
believer
getting
of that,
there.
man.
They
I'm
got
a
people. You know what I'm
believer,
saying?
yeah.
So
I'm a
I
believer
do
in
because
that.
I do think because I've seen
Right.
clips before and I thought it was dope.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate that.
I thought it was. I'm not thinking y'all not maybe y'all want to do more.
Yeah.
To me, it's dope just to sometimes just get out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
You know, the episode 3, that's good too though.
Come on, man. We're gonna
Just
have
keep
to
it
get you
rocking.
on the
Y'all got a
episode. We
pretty
have to
big
do the
team?
crossover. We are the team, right? So where it's just, you know, we learned that I played team sports growing up, so I understood you gotta take a role. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And no matter, you know, if you know, doing this or that or numbers or this or that, everybody, you know, has their role. And that was one of the biggest things because we talked about it. It's like we're not just building a new show, we're building a whole new brand.
Yeah.
Right? And
That's
so we
real.
all have to be able to manage both.
And
That's
a big
real.
So we're
difference when you
taking
branding. It's
yeah,
big,
you know,
it's
so
big.
because it's not just hey, we're doing a podcast. It's a logo. It's a
No, yeah,
page, it's
because
it's a whole new economy, pretty much.
because honestly, man, the ceiling is high.
Yes, sir.
I just was listening. I think Joe Budden, because you know I listen to pod. Oh, I meant to say that earlier. I'll bring it up later. But he was talking about some deals recently. I guess some recent deals, some stuff been shaking. Where I guess Caller Daddy, all that stuff, they getting numbers that's so high, and that reaches. I mean, and that affects even us.
Yeah.
Because if we get all of our, you know, our leverage and everything right, there's a number now. Before, when podcast was going, there wasn't a number. You don't know what to ask for. You don't know where you stand on the pecking order or anything. But these numbers have been so high, which makes me think that on the back end, of course, the longer you have people listening, it's like having a 2-hour song that people listen to.
Right.
You know, songs are 4 minutes, so times that by how much, and you get so many people listening, and if you getting paid by people being on the page or listening hours, podcasting may be worth almost more than music.
Yeah, it is.
And that's what I was gonna say, because you were saying how would life be without music, and I've caught myself as a musician, someone who loves to make music and loves listening to music. I listen to mostly podcasts now. And there's been a talk about there's too much music.
Yeah, it's oversaturated for sure.
How y'all feel about that? Do y'all think it's too much new music all the time at this point, or
I think I've learned.
or just music period?
How you feel about that? Because my answer is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up with.
It's
I'm gonna be
hard
honest.
now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. But if you got your favorites and you know how you want to feel, you're gonna find that artist.
Yeah, but it's like,
That's it. Knowing how you want to feel.
how many times do y'all go back to new albums lately?
Ooh, some new albums been dropping. I've been going back to it. I ain't gonna lie.
But for how long? The time
Maybe a week.
span is like
Yeah, a
a
week
week
now
or two
for me.
now.
Maybe
Yeah.
a week or two. Yeah.
Because it'd be
Maybe a week
albums
or
that
two.
came out last month that I'd be like, damn, I forgot I love that album.
That's a luxury though.
It's a luxury, but it's also like, it's a gift and a curse.
Yeah.
It's the two-sided sword, because it's like, I'll go back to old albums like The Chronic more than I'll go back to newer
Yeah, that's
albums
me.
that I like.
It's because of the way it was
Yeah, that
presented
old
to you
albums I
though.
definitely always go back to.
Yeah.
The way it was presented to us, you know, the labels and everything, they made you feel like whoever dropping that thing is the only nigga dropping right
But
now.
that's why it's a two-edged sword, because
Mm-hmm.
is that ever being presented now? To kids, are they getting that?
They don't
feeling?
have to though.
They don't have to.
because the floodgates are open.
Yeah.
Right? As a label, I don't have to say, yo, I'm gonna put, you know, a meal in here knowing I'm gonna lose it, and we know we're gonna double up on the second album. Just go make some videos and see what happens. We don't even gotta put just go make some content. We're gonna see what shake first, and then we'll double up your investment to make sure that you pop.
Cause you know if the people fucking with you.
You know what I'm
on
saying?
the drop,
That's
on
why, like when you said it's
TikTok,
oversaturated, it's like it's definitely oversaturated. But I think what separates the people from the artists, right, is are you gonna keep going when nobody's watching?
Ooh, that's it. That's it.
That's why I say
that's really it, low
pays
key.
off.
Yeah, that's the hard work.
Nobody looking
Because that sucks.
It's terrible
as an artist.
It's
Sometimes,
terrible.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but at the end of the day, it's like, no matter how many times it may happen, I'm still always gonna keep doing it. Like, because it's like I done had eyes. I done had eyes and ears on me.
Yeah.
Focused. Then I've had people not listen. Then I've had a good amount of people listening right now. Yeah. And then it's like, this album didn't really do it. But then it's ups and downs with music. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's probably something I think every artist needs to hear.
That's the narrative now, though.
That's what everybody
make it think like it's easy.
No.
To break through, to get
a
hit.
No, sometimes it's not easy to break through, but you can break through.
Yeah.
But can you
keep
breaking
through?
Yeah,
with new sounds.
Or can you maintain any like that's because with me, like I was talking to the homie last weekend, we was talking about goals. Music with me, I think this is how I've always been, but because I may have gotten a record deal, people may have put in my mind something else. But I've always wanted to be more like a touring currency type artist, where it's like I got my fan base and I'm touring and I can live comfortably. I'm living good. I may not be Jay-Z,
right?
But I'm making good music. A good amount of people know me, but enough people don't to where my life is messed up for life.
Right.
That's always really been my goal. Like there was times where my goal was going number one because that's what the labels was pushing to me. But going into music, I never was like, I want to be have the most platinum albums, the most this. No, I just want people to rock with me at my show.
Right.
That's really it.
Have a good show, good
and good music that people ain't calling like that got some substance,
right?
Or substance at the end at least, where I'll make some turned up songs, but at least I got something for y'all, some medicine. I don't want to just be a fly by night artist. That's always been my thing. But I just I don't even know how I got to there.
Y'all think we was easy fans growing up?
Huh?
Was we easy fans growing up? Is it harder to?
No, hell no. I don't think that we were easy fans. I think it's just
wasn't accessible.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, we had to buy everything.
I think it's deeper than being an easy, because technically you could be an easy fan now, right?
Yeah, right.
Which is like, what do you hear now? Because I'm a fan of Boss Man D-Lo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like, I heard.
Have you heard the album though?
He consistent though. I've heard enough songs that it's got me full for it.
Yeah, and I would listen to an album if
you know what I'm saying.
But only if it's damn near marketed right, because he could drop an album tomorrow, and it may take me a while to get there because the anticipation. I don't know. It's like
the marketing is different now. It's now not to get too deep, but it's like subconscious marketing. You're trying to make people believe that they don't even like this because we gonna talk about y'all all in the chat. We gonna go crazy. All this suck. But guess what? They on the BET Awards, they on the MTV Awards, they on this and that. Now that could be, pushing agenda, whatever they call it. Right. But the negative now is the positive.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so you have to be careful with what, you're willing to talk about these days. Because what are you giving the light to? You know what I'm saying? What are you shining the light on?
Yeah, I had to deal with that with the
stations and everything. Yeah.
Station,
I think the power is in the people who get reactions, because if you get the right person to react to a video,
that's definitely a good tactic for sure. That's a good tactic. But I think it's better to build community, right? I read this thing, man, and if you have 1,000 fans, you can eat for a lifetime. Right, 1,000 solid fans.
I love that.
And just think about it, right? If you have 1,000 people, I always think in numbers. I'm like, man, you got 100,000 people following you right now. I'm gonna talk to the 100,000-aires, right? Or even the 10,000-aire. You got that many people following you. Start breaking your followers and all these things down in numbers and saying, well, if I can get 100 people to do this, guess what? I can get 200 people to do this. If I can flip that, now I got 600 people. I got 1,000 people to do this, creating my community. Yeah. If they're willing to pay for my art, they could pay me $100 throughout the year on different things. And guess what I just made? $100,000.
Exactly.
$100,000 is a good income.
I be thinking that, man.
What you want to do.
I be thinking if you could just get let's say if you get like 100,000 people to pay you $1.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Come on.
when you break it down like that, it's like, damn. Or $1 a month.
Come on.
Right.
That's really not crazy.
You're asking people, what do you value me at? What do you value my art at? Right?
Yeah, I mean, and where it's at right now, they didn't ask nobody. They just put the value at 0.00000054.
That's what they feel is worth.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they feel is worth.
Yeah, I would. You know what? A good idea would be to have people pay $1 to hear a limited amount of my music a month. And you could probably live off that.
You got companies that's charge you for a subscription, so you
10,000.
Really so once you see $1, you be like, damn, like they not giving you no room to really some people.
And I got the chance to see what people pay for art, right? So I put the album up on Even.
Oh, you use Even?
Yeah.
How is that?
Even's amazing.
Is it?
Even's amazing, right?
I'll be hearing about this, man.
Yeah, Even really made famous by Russell, right? It's a platform where you can host your album, give your fans different exclusives and incentives, and making sure that
charge what you want.
Yeah, you charge what you want, right? So I put whatever amount at least I want them to pay, right? Whether it's $1, $5, you can set that parameter. But people go in there and you allow them the safety to say, I will pay this for you, right? I've been making music for a long time, and it's the most money I've ever made off of an
music.
album, right?
Dope.
Man, I had people pay $100 for the album.
Yeah.
I can't ask for nothing better.
No,
Yeah, that's real.
Because if I'm streaming, guess what? Probably in a month, 2 months.
Yeah, you ain't getting that off top, and
You know what I'm saying?
they ain't paying out unless you make a certain amount.
So
Yeah.
now it's like, okay, well now I actually need to give you guys something because you did pay for this art. You know what I mean? And then package it with that. But Even is a great platform. If you're not on there as an artist yet, go on even.biz for sure.
Oh, you can sign up now?
Yeah.
I thought you is that new?
Well, they are accepting artists. But
They're
if you have all of your stuff in order as an artist, they're gonna accept you. I promise you.
Okay, yeah, I gotta holler at that, man, because I'll be looking at stuff. I'll be waiting. Honestly, it's kind of probably bougie, but I'll be waiting for niggas to hit me. Like, all right, let me see if anybody from Even hit me, because I see it seemed like they was exclusive for a second.
Yeah, they were.
But I have been watching them. You know what I'm saying? And I do think that they getting that steam.
Oh man, it's going crazy. I mean, you see big artists, French Montana, Omarion, all the way down on.
They all on there?
They all on there, selling their
Oh,
music.
let me get my dumb ass on there.
Man,
then.
get on there, man. And the thing is, you can drop as much as you want.
Damn.
You can drop as much as you want, and on the back end, if say you don't like a mix, I could take that one down and put it up, and nobody ever even knew.
Oh.
But with streaming, you don't have that power. If I put up something,
You got to pull it all the way
You gotta
down.
pull it down.
You gotta
then
pull it all the way
re-upload,
down.
wait till-
come on. So now you done messed up my
And
my
it's
streams.
sometimes that me being an engineer, that somebody's
Like,
uploaded
man, I
the
got a
wrong
better.
version.
Come on.
Oh,
Like, damn,
how
you
did
done
that
did the
make you
rough.
feel? Hot. Put your
Hot,
name on
because
it.
it's like, bro, like I
Who
could have
makes
just
that song?
did this.
Because
that's your art, right?
Yeah, like
Come
I didn't even
on.
get the final listen. I didn't do nothing. We could have did 10 times better. And then sometimes it buzzed down to the budget. It'd be like, damn, I still wanted to touch that song up, even though you didn't want to cover the mix
Come on.
because
Come on.
my name to it.
But
Like,
I actually like that record.
I like that
It's
record.
a passion
Like,
project.
man, yeah. So as an engineer, that's offensive because we be sitting on we could go
Man,
in
we
there.
sit on records.
Yeah,
But they
like,
let the big artists do it.
Yeah.
All right,
You know what
so
I'm saying?
15-15 got to set up they Even ASAP.
Man, set
Me
up
too,
and even
for
put
sure.
the
But
podcast episodes
We
on
gotta
there.
get that
wait,
however
hold
wanna
up.
do.
You put pods on there?
You can put audio on there, bro. Whatever your audio is, you put it up on
Interesting.
there. If it's
That's
uploaded to
good
a
to
streaming
know.
platform and you got your
We
ISRC
got a lot of new
code,
ideas we coming with. We
honestly,
looking to that, though, too.
honestly, just out like
Oh, so it's
just
kind of like Patreon.
pretty much. But you can't put the video on there. I mean, I think you actually could put music videos on Even. Don't quote me on it. But just the audio, if you like, man, it's a special episode with whoop whoop whoop. You feel me? Y'all go pay for that.
That's dope.
Cool. All right.
That's dope.
yeah. I've been really meaning to look more into it, so I'm definitely gonna do that. Especially if you saying you've been seeing some success off it.
Come on.
That should be man.
Come
we
on.
gotta
Yeah,
get
man.
up on
Before I
there.
go
Gotta get
out
up on
now,
it.
B.I.G. It's out now on.
What's it
on
called?
Even. It's called Before I Go.
Before I
B.I.G..
Go.
Yeah. It's
Is
out.
that on streaming or just on Even?
It's not on streaming yet. It's just on Even. It's just on Even. That's why you looked up. He's like, man, where bro music at? Because it's on Even. And the reason why I do that is because I said, man,
Setting
I
the precedent. What?
yeah. I'm no longer selling myself short. You know what I mean? If I had one person
That's our motto
pay
this year.
$10, $20, whatever, you know, man, everybody that bought my album, I called them personally, FaceTimed them personally, and said, look, because you get all the data. We in a data era.
Yeah.
You need data to make this thing go, right?
Yeah.
Why you think Elon Musk bought Twitter?
Yeah,
It ain't for
It's the
shits and
platform.
giggles. Excuse my language.
Yeah, no, he got the
It's
data.
so I can get
I
data
got them,
for
yeah.
Starlink, for all these different things I'm working on for Tesla, because of what you're talking about, the different parameters of the internet and what it reaches to, right? So as an artist, I need phone numbers, emails, names, all that, so I can know who my customer base is, right? If I'm running a restaurant, I know you better like tacos if I'm serving tacos, right?
Yeah.
You ain't coming in here. Well, I mean, if you go to Del Taco, you go get you a burger, but you ain't coming to a taco shop trying to get that.
We gotta protect our emails.
Come
People
on.
want your email list.
Come
They be
on.
wanting your cause they
And the
can
cool
market.
thing, what we doing
Don't
with this
fuck
whole new
around.
thing, we sharing data.
Mm.
You feel me? We want to make sure that people understand that it's not just you that they gonna buy a T-shirt from.
Right,
It's
right.
5 other brands in here.
Yeah.
LVMH is 10 brands, 20
Right,
brands.
That
Right.
man, I love it, dog.
You know what I mean? So now we can cross customer base. You talk about let's do the cross episode. That's crossing customer base. You feel me? We don't lose anything no more. It used to be, yo, you selling this on the block, you on my block.
Yeah.
You can't sell on that. But now the block is digital. You feel me? And everybody's on it.
Yeah, you
So
might
now
get some
you just-
motherfucker
come on.
way in Africa, UK, or somewhere
Come on.
on your block.
Come
yeah,
on.
digital.
Yeah, the block is hot. The block is hot now.
Right there on
Yeah.
it. You feel me? So and they might be making better music than you, but the only thing you need to do is step up and make sure the people that mess with what you got is there.
Yeah.
Stop worrying about the
You
people
can't
who ain't
worry
there
about what's
yet.
going on. Right,
Yeah,
right,
so
right.
that's pretty much how I've been thinking about that whole thing, man, and just taking shit to a next level,
Shit,
man.
shout out to Even for giving people the platform to take control of
Yes,
their-
sir.
Shout out to Even and shout out to you for the mindset too, man.
Absolutely. No, I
Shout out to
appreciate
you for the
that. I
mindset too,
appreciate
because for me, you know, I like to be inspired, and that's inspiring. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Seeing how you know the business and you even doing it different than most. You know what I'm saying? Most the way I was brought up. This is a whole different game.
Yeah.
I was signed during the ringtone era.
Yeah.
That was the hustle then. You know what I'm saying?
For a million ringtones.
So it's like the way you watch the music game change. I've been watching. I've been waiting for it to change for a while, but didn't know how it's going to. And to me, seeing all the artists I have seen on there, hearing how you've had success on there, to me, that's the new model. It's gonna be these. It's a counter culture.
It's direct to consumer, bro.
But that's gonna be counter.
Yeah.
It's counter culture. It's counter
sir.
what's popular.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? What's popular is Apple Music, Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
and shit. Not even Tidal. It's really Apple Music, Spotify. Tidal,
rock with
Tidal for
Spotify.
DJs.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying. But it's gonna be these evens, these audiences, these other streams. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna really get the new shit.
You absolutely.
That's the new SoundCloud. That's where the new artists are gonna be broken at.
Yeah.
Labels gonna be like, oh, you made this much on Even, okay, I'ma sign you.
Come on.
Because they see the money you make.
You already see the money. 2 days.
If you already see the money and the real fan base,
Come on.
you can't even see a real fan base on Spotify no more.
You can't.
Not for real.
Cause they be talking about, oh, this your region. Man, it was
Man,
bots.
yeah, it was in the
Well,
it was
that's
bots.
another
It was on a
question. So with-
playlist that was
with a
getting
platform like that, is this still something to be like want to get signed?
yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody got to remember this is what labels are banks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of us a lot of people.
Private banks.
Yeah, they're private banks. They're giving you these investments, not checking your credit. Some of these people may never get this opportunity. You could use them to get your life right.
To get your
And
shit
you know what I'm
together.
saying? Like
Yeah.
it's you can do it yourself, of course. But for, a lot of the average street people, this is legal money and you can use it to get your life. It's a loan from a bank.
Come on.
That's all you got to look at it like.
Okay.
And a lot of people ain't
Respect
getting
that.
these loans.
I respect that.
You know what I'm
I
saying? So you
respect
got to,
that.
if you treat it like that and have the right leverage, you'll be straight.
But it's sickening though,
navigate it.
because it's like you wouldn't give me 100,000 if I was just to walk in here.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I'm 18 years old. You give me 100,000
100,000.
to do something with, and I'm just willy nilly. And you allow me to fuck myself over knowing
Yeah, what?
that this single man
That's
sell.
that's the game.
That's the game.
That's the industry plant.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The industry plant is the artist you can kind of manipulate. Because that's why they get that opportunity. That opportunity is like, okay, boom, we found some talent. Or we found a look.
Yeah.
Found something that's gonna work. And they don't know the game. They ain't got no leverage, no other opportunity.
Come on.
Boom, let's get them the best songs in the world and have them owe us for life.
And have them always for life.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's kind of
Damn.
that's the game. You kind of prey on the weak in this.
Yeah.
But that's not to say they not linking with the
That's
ones.
the only reason why I had to just one for the people listening. Just in case somebody was in the middle of trying to make a decision that they should still spend their money, or they should be like trying to go after a label if they got connections to do that.
I just can't ever fully down a label because of knowing that that's an opportunity a lot of people don't get. You know what I'm saying? People saying they will invest in you and give you that money and give you that upfront capital.
And they say, but you gotta do this.
Yeah, but you, that's
But I need you to do this.
That's
You know what I'm
the
saying?
thing is not to do it without the information. You need to, if you have the information, you have the leverage, then I would say do it.
Come on.
But if you don't have that information, don't know what you signing, of course not. No.
Don't do it.
That's not what I'm pushing. I'm pushing more so, let's say if you are an artist, you study the game, you got some music, you getting some traction, you have a future and you know who you are, and a label approaches you, you take the situation, but you maintain your leverage, of course.
Absolutely.
That's like
Just
the
handle your
underlying rule.
business.
Yeah.
Just handle your business.
I would never just say no though, especially like, I feel like a lot of
I don't
people
think
get
I
the
would
game
either.
twisted. A lot of people think that they can do, let's say like you are a dope artist and you have great music, but you may not have the business mindset to do it independently. You may need a team. It's not always about just, me, I can do it myself. Sometimes you'll shoot yourself in the foot too.
Man, that's what we was just talking about. It's like, I used to get in that when I first seen Ye and Ryan Leslie, it was like, they doing it all by themselves, coming from a producer mindset.
Yeah.
I was a producer, right?
Right.
And so I'm like, how do they operate? I want to do that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you want to be a basketball player, how do Kobe play? I want to see how he hoop, so I can emulate that and do what he do. Right? So that's what we see, and then you get into it, it's like, oh no, there's 30 people behind this house making this happen. This ain't one person in the studio, right? So no disrespect or anything like that, but you have artists who will perpetrate that narrative where it's like, I'm doing this by myself, and it's like, well, where your mind at 50 different places at one time?
Exactly.
No,
Something being fumbled.
Something's being fumbled, right?
Exactly.
Because you can't. They always used to tell me this, and I used to hate it. It was like, man, you gotta master one thing before you want, and it's right that it's true. You know what I mean? You can be juggling a lot of things, and they may not be mastered at that time. But when you step into one and just say, I'm gonna just hold this ball right here. I'm gonna hold this one. Y'all can wait for a second. Then I'm gonna be able to pick them up and add them into my rotation. You know what I mean? But I gotta master them all. So that's just how I look at it. And being in the studio, I used to beat my chest and pound my chest like, yeah, I made this beat, I recorded this, I wrote this hook, I did all that, and it's like you look around and the niggas that was supposed to help you is not in the studio no more.
Yeah.
You're sitting in the studio by yourself. You want to do it by yourself? You
Yeah.
do it by yourself.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
a fact.
I started to learn, like, the most important thing is a team. Like, I really could be my just be like, man, I did this, I did that, that. And I realized, like, man, let me play my role. I seen that Black Godfather documentary, and I was like, this man has lived the life of a legend. He ain't do no music. He ain't do nothing, but he was allowed to be there just because he played his role.
Okay, I gotta watch that. I gotta watch
Clarence
it.
Ava, man, look him up.
Oh,
bro. The Black Godfather.
I seen the documentary a long time ago.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I didn't really realize that's who that was.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that because that's like I
He
believe in that
connected
thoroughly.
everybody.
Yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
it's about.
Come on.
That's kind of like that's what I've watched with Steve. Like Steve is somebody, I don't know if you know who Steve Lobel is.
Absolute
He's somebody
legend.
who taught me it's all about your relationships, connecting people, and because this is kind of crazy, but the whole Nipsey was saying fuck the middleman. And I feel that 100%. But Steve, like ever since, like Steve always used to be like, you need the middleman sometimes because you can't really say fuck the middleman all the time. Like that's one thing. Like I got a lot of homies who take their career like Nip and fuck the middleman. I'll do everything. But at the end of the day, you just got to find a good middleman. And sometimes, like me, I pride myself on being a good middleman. You know what I'm saying? It's not always about like making the most money and all that, or even taking money from a situation. But I thoroughly enjoy making stuff happen between someone I know and some other people I know.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you. You know what I mean?
But it's like, I get what
Shout out
Nip
to you
was
for that.
saying.
Yeah.
I get what Nip was saying, fuck the middleman. I feel you. But at the end of the day, you can't, it's not fuck every middleman. From what you're saying, it sounded like Clarence Avon was.
He was the greatest middleman of all time.
Exactly.
You know
what I'm saying?
So
So
it's almost like basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
you
your
know.
6 man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
You need
still
that-
a part
you
of
need
the
that
team,
guy.
You
Yeah,
know what
exactly.
I mean? So when you like even like people like Steve or you or just it's like who's the bridge?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And once you figure out what your bridge is, and that's the reason why I always tell people about Vegas is like. We have a lot of people who are popping out here. Like I can go down and name a list.
Can
know
you?
what I mean? Yeah. Like,
After you get your what you got.
Yeah, my
out,
thought
but-
through. I mean, like even now, like you know what I'm saying. I would give it, Baby Keems. You know what I'm saying. You got the 2 C's. You got
Oh,
the.
I feel like Dylan where Baby King from?
They look. So, folks I know went broad skill. You know what I'm saying. School out there. You feel me here. They say he from Carson, maybe been a kid, but he was out here. Though.
Okay, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
For me, wherever I experienced my adolescent years,
That's where I'm from. On God in heaven. Yeah. I
a lot of
that.
niggas.
I respect that.
Man, I was born in Detroit, but I moved to
Yeah,
because
I was born in Inglewood. But I'm from West LA, nigga. That's
Right.
all my formative years is all on in them streets.
You know what I'm saying?
On West LA. So it's like
And that's why I don't tell people, yeah, I'm from the West Side, I'm from the North Town.
yeah, I lived in Texas.
I don't tell people that. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
from the Southwest side of Vegas.
Yeah.
Because that's where I experienced everything. And a lot of people won't tell you that because they feel like it's a stigma behind it. It's like, I don't know. I don't really know LA politics like that. But it's like saying, oh, I'm from, the Valley. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you saying you from South Central and you really from the Valley. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And people are like,
That's
man,
like the worst
I don't
thing
want to
you can
say
do,
that.
yeah.
I don't want to say this where I'm from because they don't have, this rep or that rep or this rep. But it's like, nah, like, you know what I'm saying?
you
Rep
gotta
where you
rep where you
from.
from,
You know what I'm saying?
regardless
Stand
of
on that. Because
what it
who you
stands
is who
for,
you is no matter
Yeah.
where you go.
I believe that too.
So that's how I feel.
That's kind of like even with where I'm from, people used to play the city because we're not South Central, we're
Yeah.
not Compton.
It's different.
And I make it an effort to always be. No, I'm from
I
West
see you really
LA.
putting that on, like even in the song,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What's LA, baby?
Yeah.
It's
I'm
like,
like,
what is what is
okay.
West LA? Like I make it a specific thing to say my section because for a long time nobody really acknowledged that was an area.
Yeah.
People just would say that's like, oh, that's Midtown, that's LA. No,
Yeah.
it's a whole section, a whole lingo, a whole culture
Yeah.
in this area.
Yeah.
Specifically. You know what I'm saying? And it's like as an artist, I had to do that. And now I see other artists doing it because I feel like it had to be said. If you don't say it, sometimes, people ain't
You
gonna
gotta let
know.
it be known. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
so
I think when more into stepping in the light of connecting people, it's like that bridge is, it can be bi-coastal, it can be city to city, whatever it is, because being in Vegas, you're going to run into people who is from everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's what I feel.
so when you come here and you might have met me or not even me, but just anybody working certain whatevers, it's like you're gonna take that energy home with you. And then the next time you be like, man, yeah, tap on, bro, when you go to Vegas. It's easier to say that, or like a place from like LA or these major cities. It's easier to say than damn, tap in. I'm from Winnemucca, Nevada. When you come here,
Is
you're
that a
not.
spot? That's a real spot.
That's a real spot.
Winnemucca.
You know what I'm saying?
crazy.
Like I'm gonna go to. You know what I mean? Like you're not going to be there often. Yeah, you know what I mean? But you're gonna come to Vegas often.
Yeah.
You're gonna come to Whoop to Whoop often. So I think that's the dopest thing about what we have is that's our bridge is knowing that the tourists can come in, but they lock people up in a sense of they don't want you to leave that street. They don't want you to leave Las Vegas Boulevard.
Yeah, that
Why?
part. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Why would I leave Las Vegas Boulevard?
But-
It's all my money right here.
How do y'all feel about people moving out here? Like, cause I'm from LA. He from Compton.
Yeah.
He from Lancaster, I think, right?
Pasadena.
Pasadena.
He's
And
from
then
Palmdale, though.
and then like Chris Brown finna move out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of different people been moving out here.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about like just that being a thing?
A lot of people may say, whatever they feel, but I think that's a part of Las Vegas culture. Is understanding that people are gonna come and go. It's a transient city. It's not, we're just getting to the point where you're 2-3 generations deep, right? But if I go to New York, if I go to LA, it's 5 generations, 10 generations, 20. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all that. So we're still fairly new. So of course you're gonna have people who oppose of it, but that's how you build a great city.
Yeah.
Right. So, and Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra wasn't from here. You know
Yeah,
what
but
I'm
they
saying?
damn near, yeah, they came
know what
out
I'm
here and did their thing.
Elvis wasn't from here. He's from
That's
Memphis.
a fact. That's real.
So everybody looking at us like, man,
But
that's what makes us who we are.
You know what's crazy? Talking to artists from Vegas, it seemed like there's something that happens where people move out here and feel like they the king of it.
Yeah.
And it seemed like that's like something y'all don't really be fucking with. Well, I've seen it on a few people pages. Like Dylan spoke about it a little bit.
Spoke about it, yeah.
And then I seen it on someone else's page. Like, hey, like don't think because you moved to Vegas and you the king of Vegas. No, you live out here and you know what I'm saying. But
That's
you
why I like what you said early on. He like what you say. Man, what was that statement you said earlier, bro? You was like damn, I'm gonna have to come back to it, bro.
That shit, to me, I feel like that's something y'all feels like. To me, that made me feel like, okay, let me not even think that way. Like, how y'all feel about that?
I think when you step into any competitive sport, you got to understand people are going to want to be the best.
Right.
And I think that, some people like to shake things up and say what they need to say, but so it's been so much ground level work.
Said. They come out here trying to crack the code when it already been
crack.
Yeah, like,
Ooh, yeah.
That's what he said.
I feel that.
I was trying to say how you said it.
Yeah, I think that even prompted the question because I'm like, that's it. That's the phrase.
I think people try to put Vegas on, which is dope. I appreciate it. Keep pushing for the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But bro, come on.
It's been done.
I just said Elvis.
Yeah.
Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Sammy Davis Jr.
That's a fact, bro. When you really go back,
Neo.
It's been a lot of shit.
Been a lot of things that popped out of here. Now, if you want to say as a rapper, I want to get popping, say that. Say I want to get popping, out of Vegas. It's a lot of reason why I say this. A lot of niggas doing the numbers. A lot of niggas doing the this, to that. And then we do bring it back to the Baby Kings. It's like, all right, my adolescent years was spent in these, areas of Las Vegas, and I understand, the vibe and all this. And you can't put a sound on in a pigeonhole because I just told you it's transient, right? Everybody come from everywhere.
Yeah.
So why would I give you a sound that sticks to one thing when we're not that?
Yeah.
Right? When you go out, you're gonna see black, white, yellow, green, purple, blue.
Everything.
You're going to see everything. You have no choice but to mix. The reason why the other night was so special is because it was a lot of us.
Yeah.
Right? It's not by our choice that we, see all of these people, but that's what it is. And so if you're not going to get hip to the game, you're not going to understand how to move. Right? So if you keep walking in a manner where you're oblivious to how things are going on, guess what? You'll get left. You feel me? So why get left when you just hop on the train? It's like people like, I want to beat Amazon.
Like,
Amazon literally said, no, nigga, you just gonna have to rock with us.
Exactly.
Come get on our platform.
You can't beat it, join it.
Come on, right?
Basically,
so the thing is, we need people to come out and join what we're doing. You know what I mean? Walk with us on the streets. You feel me? Be a part of the movements. Be a part of the events. Understand the plights of the locals, and be able to understand the history before you can come popping your shit and saying, "Nigga, I'm running this."
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't even know where to get your hair cut correctly.
Yeah. That
You
shit
feel me?
real. That shit real.
You don't even know where to get.
That's a
You
fact.
know what I'm saying? So like, I just leave it. You know what I'm saying, to the point of, look, and I'm willing to show you.
Yeah.
That's the type of Vegas nigga I am, where I'm like, look, you coming to my city, okay, boom, I'm gonna show you where to go.
Yeah.
Cause guess what? I'm the bridge. I'm gonna connect you. I'm gonna let you know where the best shit at. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know where, you know what I'm saying, the most amazing people are. Why not? You know what I mean? And they might be my people, but guess what? I'm just connected to good people.
I'm connected to good people.
God and heaven.
And if I don't know you, I can't show you. You feel me? Like, so.
Damn, I rock with that.
I really fuck with that. I feel
bro,
that
you see what happened? Bro came in. I just try to be a good folks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Every time we around, I'm always trying to give love. You know what I mean? And just make sure that people, understand, like, bruh, it's about hospitality. It's about communication. It's about understanding business. You know what I'm saying? Like, and making sure that you're not just moving around this mud like a crash out dummy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a lot of dope people from the city, bro. Y'all just, a lot of people, we don't have the outlet yet.
Yeah.
Once we get that outlet, and it's not the internet, I'm talking about somebody saying, you know what, I'm going to take the chance to sign 15 artists from this motherfucker. 15. And we going to narrow it down and see who the best All right, we got 10 strong ones. All right, cool. Now we got 5 strong ones.
Yeah.
And whoever survive out of that, we gonna spread them apart. That's how they do, bro. When you go into a city, there's no coincidence why a sound goes crazy and it's 15 artists doing drill music from New York.
Yeah.
It's no coincidence. It's on the radar.
It's on the radar.
No pun intended. No shout out intended. You feel me?
So do you think it's it got to be? I don't think it's necessarily the labels or anything that do it though.
Not anymore.
It's the media.
But the
Vegas,
labels
like,
to me control media. Right? So they're pushing out these press releases and saying this is who's coming next. So they're only aware because of that.
I say that only because from what I see in LA. When it come to LA music, we feel, because do Vegas consider themselves the West Coast?
Yeah, we the West.
Similar. So let's
West,
put ourselves in a similar plight, right?
Yeah.
We don't get media coverage like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when it come to LA rappers and artists, if you peep, we may have started recently doing it because of indie labels like Empire, indie labels like what's that, RK Barron, right?
Okay.
But they're LA and Bay based labels,
Right.
and then recently we're starting to get more coverage because of LA based media like Back on Figs,
Right.
AD's show, Community,
Right.
No Jumper, even with the toxic shit that go on there. Because of that, we've seen an influx of attention as LA artists, and we've always, I don't know if you know, but we have a chip on our shoulder as LA artists, because it's like,
I don't know about the chip, but I can definitely.
it's a chip because nigga, nobody talks about LA. They talk about the Bay. I mean, they talk about Atlanta, and they talk about the South, and you know what I'm saying. And when it come to media, they'll talk about the South all the time, and then they'll throw in drill. Like there ain't no YGs, there ain't no RJs, there ain't no nothing from LA. If you watch any media podcast, anything popping, they'll speak about drill, but I don't know shit about drill. Because I'm from LA. I have no idea about drill. It's a regional thing, but because of most media is in New York, they can speak about it. They know about it. They hearing it. But because most media ain't in LA, you know, we had to create our own.
Right.
So what I'm saying that to say is I feel like Vegas has to do the same, like what we're doing.
Yeah.
And what you're doing. This media, like what you've been doing, like what y'all been doing with the freestyles. Okay. I think that's dope. I didn't even know that was happening. That's why I'm like, I'm in the comments like,
But you don't think you don't think that you guys have an outlet?
LA?
Yeah.
We haven't.
Okay. Reason why I ask is because when I say outlet, I mean like a place or even like a physical building where I can get my message out to the world.
No, I take that back. I'm sorry. We have outlets, but it's nowhere near as much, and it's not
the
not
resource.
Even
I feel like the resource
nowhere.
ain't allocated to y'all specifically when it comes to our genre.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's so crazy because even with media now, it's being taken away, and that's why it's dope to have like the Back on Face corner stores and all that. Yeah. And I look at it and I say, man. Like it's happening now though for Vegas. Warner Brothers is coming here for the movies. Yeah, you feel me?
Somebody just mentioned that to me.
You know what I'm saying? Warner Brothers is gonna be out here. That's dope. Sony, you feel me?
Mark Wahlberg.
You know what I'm saying?
Theater, a movie lot coming out here.
You know,
all that.
So all that's coming, right? So now the actors and this is not have an outlet. But whenever you see it, it's not gonna be a RCA building pop up out here. Yeah, it's not gonna be an Atlantic Records pop. It's different now. Yeah. So that's the reason why us connecting and being able to say, man, look, here, let me take you over here. We're bridging right now. Let me take you over here and introduce you to this, and you know what I'm saying? However that connect with people. Now, whatever you make of the opportunity is what you make of it. Because a lot of people have had the opportunity out here. I hate to say it, they just fumble.
No, yeah, because I got another point against your point. Because you do say, like, even where you say we do have like the labels and all the buildings out here. Yeah. When it comes to other cities though, and just from outside maybe looking in, I do feel like Vegas also has the star quality damn near as much as LA when it comes to people coming out here. Now, what I will say though, but it can't be that different, is that when people come to Vegas, they more so trying to turn up. They may not be talking about business. Yeah, that's what I hear. But LA is, it's turning into that. Like, it's a lot of business things going on out here. A lot of conferences, seminars. So they always out here. The same way you have to go to LA, you damn near got to go to Vegas.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's just now getting like that for real, for real.
Yeah.
Before it went from Mormon town to mob hideout to everybody and their mama here doing coke, Studio 54 to nigga the 90s, nigga Pop get killed, no hip hop, no rap, shut it down.
Woo,
Early 2000s
shit.
is going on, everything popping, pools is popping, it's a whole new era. Then you get to the 2010s where we still trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We doing small shows like with YG at Daddy Max. Like it was really small. You know what I mean? Like we was just in that era. Now we at the point where, oh, we got superstars out here.
Mm-hmm.
We got superstars out here.
Damn,
I'm standing. I personally can call 5 superstars in my phone right now, but they just don't have the outlet. I might call myself too. No, I mean, you know what I'm saying? But like, no, like we really have that. You know what I mean? But it's just like,
damn,
can you sustain through that all? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I look at like a Tech 9, right? And it's that he was able to sustain, keep making music for his fan base and still, make what he wanted to do. Some people, if they don't make a hit in this era, they're going to try to make a hit in the next era. They don't try to create their own sound. And that's what sustains an artist.
Right.
You feel me? It's like, oh, I wasn't chasing this hit. You know what I mean?
It
like,
just so happened.
And another reason why you're not gonna find that "Fall in Love" in the club song, that's like you said, when you could first hear like, oh, that's that sound. Yeah. And it's like for me, when you go listen to my music, like it's in a different place. You know what I mean? But I'm as an artist, so I'm gonna make whatever. I'll go get on a Disney soundtrack, whatever, and be able to fit because I know music. Some people only know the mumble rap. Some people only know that one style. So that's what limits them. You know what I mean? From being an outlet, from being a bridge. You know what I'm saying? You can go in and make records right now. I heard your new records. I'm like, first of all, congratulations on your new tape.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, thank you.
I love that, right? To even be in the industry and still be like, I still got something to say. It's dope to me.
Appreciate
that. You know
that.
what I mean?
Yeah,
so, and just like I said, just keep building that bridge as we're, coming together as one because we sitting here talking and, bruh connected us months ago.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But, you wait for the right opportunity and we see things happening and you're an outlet, bro.
Appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're asking me where's the outlet and you are physically walking.
I mean, that's
outlet.
something that's kind of what I know. But I'm saying as far as like that's kind of where my mind is. It's like I feel like even what y'all did, what I saw is an outlet. Everything I'm doing is trying to connect it and make the pieces fit together. You know what I'm saying? With the studio here, with me being on radio, me popping out, me still dropping music, me working with artists, all that is to combine everything because I feel like it could be a perfect storm. You know what I'm saying? Even me at the dispensary, I be at a dispensary having artists pull up. I be having everything. I be selling weed. I fuck with the locals now because I'm selling weed to the locals.
Absolutely.
Everybody's like, man, what you doing up here? I'm like, man, to me, I see this as a way to meet everybody that I can. Y'all know me now. I'm the nigga you buy weed from that be, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's... People know him, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool to me. I think that's tight.
Like you said, he found a lane in the city.
Yeah, but it's like I also love hearing y'all perspective because it'll humble me too. It's like, okay, let me make sure that they don't get the wrong idea because that's not the goal. I don't want to piss nobody off.
Yeah, it is.
But I am out here and I'm ambitious.
Yeah.
And I do think that it's a lot of dope artists and I want to help. But it can get tricky where it's like some people don't necessarily trust that. People will think the worst, and I've seen that with artists.
Fuck your help.
Fuck your help, nigga. Who you think you are? You think you rush? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just more so, I do got connections. I know motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And I am, I'm a middleman. I will connect you.
Yeah.
Let's just make it make sense for everybody.
Yeah.
Because that's what men do. That's how we supposed to rock.
That's how you have to move. Yeah.
But it is. I do feel like the more there is media out here, and the more like there's stuff I see like with y'all event, and there's other stuff, other movements I want to tap into out here that I've just been watching. I do think it's something that we could, if we put it all together, could go big.
I'm gonna definitely connect you, man, and I think that's the biggest thing is something we kind of like on the back end called the coalition. It's been.
I can't hear you real. My bad.
Said something is called the this coalition that we've been pretty much, just what we all talking, trying to get things together. Yeah, it's like
that's dope.
It's just it's like a small little nickname, but we just. Listen, man, the events that, you do see, myself being involved with and things of that nature, it's nothing without the full community. You know, even you got like places like After Hours, like 33 Gallery. That's over on the west side, on the historic
Never
west
heard
side.
of that.
Yeah, man, I can put you onto a lot of stuff, man.
I definitely want you to, man.
Yeah,
I think,
got
you
you.
know, and
I
then
got
we
you.
all could just go mob out 15-15
So
style.
that event y'all went to, we was talking about earlier in the conversation, that's every week, once a month.
Nah, so
That was
you
just,
know,
I missed it. There was just a
I missed it. It ain't happening.
That
It's
shit
a-
looked dope. That shit looked dope too.
nah. I would say for now you missed it.
Okay.
That was a one of a kind. It's definitely coming back. Working on some things as we speak, and you know, the biggest things, man, is to keep growing. You know, because some people will do things and we'll be like doing them over and over, and then we're tired out, and then people will be like, well, that's another thing that's dead or another thing that's dead. So we just want to keep it fresh.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Keep developing new things.
I think that's a dope way
get
to
new
do
people
it.
involved.
Yeah,
You know what
because
I'm
you
saying?
build anticipation.
Come
It's
on,
like,
come
because
on.
I want to go. I'm waiting for the next one.
Come on.
Next time I see them motherfucking big heads pop up or whatever y'all do next time, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm there this time, baby. We going.
You
I'm
will-
bringing, because my wife was
that's
hot.
right.
You will
She's
see
like,
it.
why
Shout out
did
to
you bring me
Jasmine.
something like that?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, because I take her. We on the strip with it every time, or you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying, somewhere we go. But she for sure wanted me some chicks like that. They was cool looking. Like,
Yeah.
I've had some
They
cool
had style.
conversations.
It was
Yeah,
fresh.
so
Yeah.
next time I'm gonna bring wifey. But before you go, I kind of, you know, we kind of got into the conversation.
Yeah, which
and
is
I thought
dope,
it was
yeah.
dope. But what we do here, we talking about everything. We
Okay.
like talking about stuff that's going on. I love hip hop.
Yeah.
Love all the news. I be wanting to have my
Yeah.
2 cents.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I hope you don't mind, but I do like to talk about shit that I write down. So
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the whole Yachty shit that went on?
About canceling his friend's podcast?
So with Yachty, he you know, the podcast, he said he canceled it, but he went on a whole like 2-hour live or something like that, like talking, man, because you know about, he got a girl artist that recently, Caribou.
Yeah.
She recently left the group and whatnot, or there was nobody knew what happened, but she not in that group no more.
Right.
And some tweet
Word?
came out about, so
She not in the group?
she not. So y'all not.
I know a
caught up.
little bit.
All right, I'm gonna break
I know
it
a
down.
little
All
bit.
right, I'm gonna break it
Shit got
down.
messy, man.
This
I've
is
seen a
like,
little bit
this
of
is, it's crazy, but I love this shit. I love everything that
Yeah,
goes
yeah.
on with this
Yeah.
world
It's
of hip
entertainment,
hop
yeah.
Yeah.
for some reason. But anyway, so somebody on Twitter goes on a tweet rant talking about they work at Red Lobster and they talked to Caribou, and they said the whole reason why she left was she got bullied and whatnot. Right? And this is on just random Twitter.
Wow.
And then I guess Caribou tweeted something like something like the truth will tell itself. Then deleted it. So from that, Yachty goes on a 2-hour rant just going in on
Tripping.
I wrote all your shit. You was mean to everybody
Yeah, I
around.
done
You
seen
was
academics do a
you was
playback.
foul.
Wasn't she his assistant or something like
She
that?
was his artist.
Yeah,
But she was like
artist.
his assistant before she was
I
his
don't
artist,
know.
right?
I don't know, but I started hearing a lot about her, and I was excited. I'm like, oh, okay, because in the last 2 years, I became a Yachty fan somehow.
Yeah.
Like in the last 2 years, with the I liked the walking in Poland. I liked that record, but then he came with that different type of rock
Like
album.
Black Seminole
I loved it.
album, all that. Yeah.
I loved it. So I've been a Yachty fan, and he been working with Drake. So I just became one. So now I'm like invested. I've been wanting to know what's going on. He had a group, female artist.
Yeah.
She was tight. She getting a lot of hype.
going
They
crazy.
do on the radar freestyle. She getting a lot of. She go last.
He said he
The
wrote
beat
that
switched it
too.
up.
I like
So
Caribou. I
it was
like
set up
Caribou.
right.
Yeah.
And then it just all crumbled. Like I wrote all of that.
All that.
You didn't do nothing. You 900,000 in the hole with me.
Nice.
And
Trip.
Mitch, my podcast partner, you stopped talking because you broke. Because you ain't this. He going crazy.
Tripping.
Y'all ain't seen this?
I saw
I
it.
didn't see the live. I seen.
I've been
something
seeing little
where-
clips on
Shit
Instagram
crazy.
and Twitter and social sites. Just,
I don't know. I just hate that he crashing out. I hate that he
So-
crashed. And then,
so
then the week before, they said Drake unfollowed him.
Let me ask you. I think is. Ooh, I'm not gonna get into the politics because I think I know what happened. But but I will say this. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are because you already know where I'm going. But so Drake, okay, and the Yachty, okay, 2 and 2. So why would you cancel your homeboy's podcast like that? Now, because a lot of people was tripping on him, what he said on the podcast.
Yes,
I did
yeah.
see that.
Yeah.
But I was like, bro, kind of put into context saying like some young niggas would not be in a position that he was in had Yachty not been successful.
Yeah.
Which I get.
I get it, but he was getting at him too.
He was getting at him on the passive aggressive tip.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Your boy Key Glock in the room. And,
Smoking,
you know,
and you want him to not smoke.
Yeah.
But you ain't trip on him though. You tripped on your boy.
You know what I mean?
And that's kind of like, that's that passive aggressive, like.
Let me ask you, would you trip on your boy?
Hell, I'm for sure not tripping on a homie in front of some new nigga. And I'm for sure not tripping on a homie in front of no cameras. I ain't saying none of that in front of no cameras.
I fuck with
That's
that.
a real conversation. I'm never saying none of that in front of no camera. Even if I felt like I had to say something like that, it's gonna be a one-on-one conversation.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's unnecessary. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how much I do for anybody. It's unnecessary to pull it out like that.
But it said communication can save
It's
them.
not like wasn't a good gesture.
I'd rather you not do nothing. Yeah, because what? That's
it's
out.
like it's bothering you that you did that. You know what I'm saying? So you waiting to recoup. So
that's out. I just, but maybe he thought it was content.
Yeah.
That was the only other option I thought. I'm thinking, and I think oh boy was gonna use it as content. That's why he wasn't tripping.
Yeah, I think it was just marketing. That's how I felt.
That's what I'm saying. They broke the end. They
And I think
was
he
like
broke the end.
up there.
I think like
They
that.
was up
Yeah.
there.
But I don't know.
It got crazy, and it sucks because literally, I feel like this is the best Yachty's been in this position. Because when he came in, for me, it was a little shaky. I didn't know if he was a real artist or he just weird. You know what I'm saying? Just me being who I am from where I'm from at the age I'm at.
For sure.
I didn't know. I wasn't really sold on him. Because there's a lot of young artists. I'm like, I'm not
I don't think
sold.
too many people were really sold on Yachty.
But now I'm sold.
Yeah.
And it took you a while, and you older now. I'm sold. I'm like, you're a real artist. I like your song.
Y'all being
Like you said,
artists, if somebody wrote a song for y'all, would y'all want them to tell everybody that they wrote that song?
I'm gonna keep.
No, they would have to say they wrote it with me. Because, well, for one, nobody's just writing a song for me. And if they are, I'm letting people know, yeah, I'm doing this song that the homie wrote. This shit is hard. I would never just, like, try to, and then I wouldn't try to perpetrate it like that.
Even if you are, like, the person writing the song, they wrote the whole song, you still introduce it like that? Like,
Say it again.
Written by, or
I mean, it'll be but it would have to be a song I couldn't write myself. Probably.
How you feel, Mac?
I don't know. Yeah, let me know.
Here's the thing. You said it right though. It had to be something that's completely not in my lane. Cause my homeboy just asked me, he like, man, this song was a record, and Lil Wayne, How to Love was playing, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, Chanel wrote that, and you can hear that somebody wrote that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like whatever the project calls for.
Yeah.
Right? That's how I feel. But if you rapping and popping your shit for real, can't no other nigga write you popping your shit.
Not your bars.
You know what I'm saying?
Not your bars. Nobody can say the shit I'm gonna
these
say.
Melodies and shit, these melodies and all that.
That's coming from a real artist. Yeah.
That's just real.
That's rap.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like rap
that's
is
just artistry. That's just art. Because Van Gogh might have been in the room with somebody and be like, bro, you really should add some hair to that. Yeah. And he like, you know what? I got you. That's the same thing as, hey, say it like this, maybe not like that. You know what I mean? You're getting into that. And I feel like, it's tough. That's a tough conversation because some people, you got the purists who feel like, man, nobody should be writing your bars. Yeah. And then you got other people like Kanye that's like, I'm going to have 20 people in the room and we going. See,
but Kanye's a producer.
That's what I'm saying though.
So he gets him and Dre.
A respectable rapper though.
Him and Dre, to me, they get a pass because they're making something different.
That's exactly
their goal is
different.
different.
Opposites. This is an art piece.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre and Kanye's approaching it like art, and rappers are approaching it like this is their story. This is who they are. You feel me? Like they're approaching it like that. Not saying that the art isn't who you are, but I'm the only one that could tell my story. You know what I mean? I'm the only one that could tell you out and you
and
feel
can
me?
Say it like me.
And to say it
that's
like
my
me.
thing. It's like,
but that's where the genius of like Jay-Z comes in when he writing this, and it's like, damn. I would have never thought bro wrote that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought that. Or
Yachty, he a dope writer. No,
Yachty's hard.
He's such a strong writer that you can hear that it's Lil Yachty.
I do it with Yachty wrote Caribou shit from the beginning, but it didn't matter to me. Yeah. None of that matters to me. You know what I'm saying? But it does matter when you saying it now. Now it's like, ooh, so how she gonna who gonna write her shit now? Is it gonna sound different? Now I'm listening.
really important.
It changes the whole shit. I kind of, I think it's an unfortunate situation because I did like her. I was even at the station. I was promoting some tickets from Lotto. She on Lotto tour coming up. So that's kind of fucked up.
I'm going to keep it real with you. I be seeing the industry, man, and I see how people move, and I just be like, wow. Like, I wish I could get away with that as an independent artist. You know what I mean? Like the way marketing is. Like, Like I wish I could be the king of rap. You know what I mean?
That
like,
money, man.
Especially with the sampling going on.
You know what I mean? Like it's a whole different wave of how all entertainment is working. You know what I mean? And getting now you can go get these brand deals and this and that, and it's like I can let this artist go from my my reigns and everything that we're doing together. And we can still be doing business on the back end, because you locked in. Whether it's whether it's shady or it's straight up, you feel me? That's how people looking at it.
What do y'all think is going on with Drake? Y'all seen his 100 gigs thing and everything he been dropping?
That's a good question.
Because the question is, what is going on? Because it's like it's not on streaming, right? A lot of this shit ain't on streaming. Maybe one song is.
It's like a 4-5 pack on.
Ain't no artwork. It's all just basic shit. The footage is all over the place. I ain't had no time to just go sit and watch.
Trying to get out of his contract or something.
What is it? Because it's like people, I don't even know if people enjoying it. Like I know people talk about it, but it ain't really. No, they eating it up, but is it really
like enjoyable content?
Is it really like, oh shit, this is the dopest shit I've ever seen? It's more so just happening. That's how I feel.
It's just happening, man.
I feel like it's just happening, and I'm not even getting the full. I'm not about to sit and watch all of this.
You know what's so crazy?
Not presented in a movie form or something, like go and watching all these clips.
Nah, that's insane. So I really think there was a part of like a strategic, leak drop from whoever it was, whether it's in-house or out-house. It was definitely strategic. Whether the move was to capitalize and put it on streaming because okay, these are hot or whatever, let me just take these and whoop, or if it was like, this is what I'm planning. I think it's genius. I think that 100 gigs is a lot. I think that I personally wouldn't download it, but the super fan would. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to niggas who take risks like that, because that's a big risk on both ends. If Drake dropped his own shit like that, that's crazy. If another nigga did that, bro, you facing that's bread.
I just don't understand it though. I just really don't. I kind of like.
You don't understand the secret leak?
Okay, so the thing is, it's not a secret leak. It's him, right? Mm-hmm. So it's him.
He put out the 100 gigs.
Yeah.
From his
Instagram.
So see, that's where I'm misinformed.
It's like a leak. Yeah.
He did it himself.
Yes, this is him.
Oh well, yeah, it's all game. That's tight.
But for who?
For the super
his fans. Because
you just got obliterated earlier this year. I got to get you back on my side and show you that I'm in the studio and show you.
He put out content that people who super fans will love.
Damn. I don't know. I just feel like, even with his deal, is he signed? How can you even drop all this for free? How is all this even happening?
Because it's
part of the marketing.
They took the first shit down.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
they took the first stuff down.
So you, as Drake, you leaking your shit. They taking it down. Are you not even working with them? Are you doing this?
Well, because he probably figured that, hey, my likeness before this deal is all mine.
Yeah.
And they probably was like, yo, bro, like, that's still attached to the music that we own.
That's that 400 million.
This might be your 100 gigs of your personal private content, but that music is in there. And sync licensing is a real thing.
Damn.
You gotta run this through us. That could be a possibility. I don't know.
I'm really just watching this, where this going, because it seems like it's kind of something's building. It's building towards something.
Well, yeah,
he dropped. Y'all heard them? Did y'all hear them last 3 songs? Y'all ain't heard them, and that's crazy in its own. Y'all ain't heard Drake last 3 songs he just dropped.
No.
4 days ago.
No.
4 days ago.
Bro, he dropped 3 new records.
No.
I heard No Face.
No Face.
4 days ago.
Okay, then he dropped the record that was supposed to drop with Yachty. He took Yachty off the song.
Yeah.
Then he dropped Circadian Rhythm.
I have no clue.
what the fuck?
No.
So to me, that's telling in its own.
That's a change.
Because it's like y'all don't even know these 3 new Drake songs that just dropped. Drake is.
But Drake is putting out too much shit.
Is it too much? Because it's only been 4 or 5 songs, and it's Drake post battle. Niggas ain't running to that.
Cause you ain't answer for. I mean, I guess.
But he's popping it though. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not popping it. He's popping it. He said niggas is making a living off hating on niggas.
He got to keep going though. Like I respect it because and that's what I
they
respected
not
about
bad
the
songs
beef,
either. Though. Y'all about to hear him if y'all ain't
not drop. He for sure went at what was going on. So I don't think that really stopped him. It's just that the notoriety for what he's dropping is not at the same level because there's.
Ain't that a trip?
You can't.
Is he being Ja Ruled?
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying.
You
can't Ja Rule Drake, but
I don't know, bro. If we ain't
not
even heard the
testing out the
song,
data.
it's not the
He's
same.
testing out the data.
That's all I'm saying.
it's not the same. It's for sure not the same. But the only reason why I say he can't Ja is it's just not even the same.
You can't Ja Rule Drake though.
Only reason why he can't Ja Rule Drake is because he gonna be at the Michael Rubin white party. Ja's not. 50 would be though.
50 wouldn't.
He wouldn't, but I'm saying he would get an invite if that was the the situation of politics and relationship. He's still at that level where he's doing new things, creating new economies.
You better trip
fresh,
then.
fresh
You can't
work.
come back a month later. I've been in the gym. Now I'm ready to fight again. We gonna be looking at you like, man, sit down somewhere, bro.
You know what I mean?
You late, man. You're late, man. You should have did that day, brother.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't miss the moment.
They say academics saying Kendrick coming too. Y'all heard that?
No, I didn't hear
I've been waiting for.
I feel like Kendrick is waiting. I feel like he waiting on Drake to drop something big, and then he gonna just. Psh.
Yeah, they was talking about that.
That's-
He gonna pull the Jay-Z.
If he
on
do
Nas.
that, it's like, come on,
Do y'all
dog.
think-
Number one type battle.
Jay-Z does that every time Nas dropped? That's what people say.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
people
yeah.
say. I don't believe he do it, but it is kind of crazy. It's uncanny. I don't know.
When Kendrick,
It's kind of a
when Big
trip.
Sean dropped, Kendrick dropped some shit.
No, that's these is real things that we see here. Imagine if Michael Jackson and Prince dropped same day.
Yeah, that's
Battle
deep.
of the Titans.
Yeah, that's battle. That's battle.
That's how it was when
Labels
Kanye
gonna
and
have
50
to
dropped
bore
same
me.
day.
I remember that. That was a big deal. They say that's when the game changed from gangster to backpack or something like that. I believe that was supposed to be what that represented. The 50 was the hardest nigga to come out since Pac
No, for
when
real.
he came out, and then when
Crazy,
Kanye beat
crazy.
him in album sales, that's when the game changed.
That's when
I
it
heard.
switched.
That's what I heard.
Cause that album,
I was young.
I want to say that was what album was that? That wasn't Massacre.
Exactly.
That was like Curtis, right?
Curtis, I think.
It was Curtis
third one.
and
I don't know.
I want to
Yeah.
say Graduation. That was the two.
I know.
head
I
to
was.
head, right.
I love 50. That's my boy. I was
That
getting that graduation.
though.
Kanye was talking that shit. I was in school.
It was different.
I was in school. nigga.
Different. It was different.
Graduation was different.
I wasn't in these streets at that. I was in school.
Yeah, it was different. It was
And
different.
Kanye,
like,
man.
Kanye had me.
Kanye had late registration, graduation,
Yeah. Kanye was
dropout.
that nigga, man.
Golly, that's a cold run.
Yeah.
That's a cold run
Back
right
to
there.
back.
I was gonna ask y'all who y'all think got the best first 3 album run
Ye's up there for sure.
for sure, top 5, if not the best to me. But
Yay, I would say it's gonna be a I don't know.
Let me say this: who got the best album series? I'll say that.
Kendrick
Kendrick, he be right.
to me.
Yeah.
The best album series?
Album series, yeah. I mean, but going back
Do
though.
he really got a? Do he got a series though?
See, to me, well, what you mean, like same
Like,
names?
Part one,
like
part two,
Carter
part
1,
three.
Carter 2.
Oh,
Carter 3,
no,
Carter
no, no,
1,
no,
2,
no, no,
3,
no, 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 no.
Or
no,
same
no.
theme, you know? What
No,
I
no,
mean?
no. That's not what I thought.
Yeah.
Was one of
Who
the
got the
hardest.
best?
I love Lil Wayne. I'm a fan of Carter 1, Carter 2.
Personally, I'm biased. I'm giving it a J. Straight up.
The
Blueprint is
series?
crazy.
Yeah.
Blueprint is crazy.
I
Who else
his
got a
whole-
series?
That whole little run with his albums too.
Dirty Sprite 1, Dirty Sprite 2 is cold.
Yeah, Future. do
Future got a
albums.
couple of them
He
actually. I
up
think
He got a
How
couple.
many monsters he got? He got a couple monsters.
I think he got 2. But yeah, that's
Who would you say? 'Cause I'm trying to think.
well, like I said, series or theme or something that's fitting around that. That's not a mixtape. It's Kanye, bro.
Oh wait,
know?
I guess you would consider that. Yeah, Kanye off top.
Yeah.
Kanye, I was gonna say Nas
Okay.
with the new shit.
Yeah.
His shit is really good actually.
The Magic and all that.
Magic
Yeah.
and
Did y'all ever listen to Gucci Man?
a little bit.
Not like Not heavy.
TM 101, 102 is tight too.
Yeah.
I only
He
got
had a
radio.
couple of dope albums too, though.
Nah, but Kanye, the school trilogy is crazy.
Yeah,
That one
The
is
school
insane.
trilogy
That's pretty much.
that's
what
really
influenced me.
Kanye to me.
Yeah.
That's the core of everything. Everything else after that has just been experiments,
Yeah,
and he just won't stop
Like a
experimenting.
lot of his music don't have drums in it. It's just like
that's what I.
Sure.
That's what
Yeah,
I want.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love no drums.
No
Like that's
drums.
what the narrative I've been trying to push. Cause
Oh,
that
so what's that
record-
album called again?
Which album?
That record is on.
The distro tape, volume 1.
Distro tape. I'm about to
Distro
look
tape,
that
volume
motherfucker
1.
up
I'm
there.
gonna send you the link. and all that.
I'm finna get that.
Yeah, so it's crazy because that's the narrative I've been wanting to do. No drums.
Yeah, no drums.
But even growing up a drummer, people are like, why you don't want no drums?
It's
I'm
just
like,
it's just do something different to the music.
it's spiritual.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
Yo,
almost to the point where it just
I
takes you out of here.
swear, Fisher by Cash Cobain
Yeah.
is a crazy.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
it's so crazy, bro. I didn't even know how
Yeah,
crazy it
that's
was till I was working at the station, and I'm playing the record.
I'm
I never
hearing
heard
about-
it.
I'm
I'm
hearing
listening to
about
this
it.
shit. I'm like,
I
fuck
just
are the
heard
drums
about
at?
him
And I'm just
last
waiting
night.
for that motherfucker. And then the way it's just like, oh, I love that
Bro,
shit.
that original
I didn't know
Fall
I
in
did
Love doesn't have drums.
at
I
all.
only did it for the party.
Please,
When
put
you
them
go
back.
listen to it on there, it has no drums.
It don't have none at all.
Man, say.
No, you gotta have some.
Take
Hold
the
on.
drums out, and you can put the lows with the
Come
vocals,
on.
and it's just like
You gotta put out
oh,
an
man.
alternate version
we
in.
we got like 6 versions
Because
of
that
that song.
one with the
man.
drums, it may come
It's
in
crazy.
just at the last minute.
It's crazy.
Buzzer beater drums,
It's
bro.
crazy.
I love that
And
shit.
just when you like, all right, cool, I get it.
And
It's
you know, like what you
whoa.
call it, like that's really similar to what's my boy name? Teddy, not Teddy. T Grizzly.
Okay, yeah,
Right?
yeah. When that build up,
That
and then
build
the,
up.
and then the drums come in.
The Meek
Big
Mill
snares and
intro.
hi-hats,
Yeah.
That shit is just like you said, it's spiritual.
Yeah,
That's what
it
it
feel
is.
really good, man.
So, yeah, I gotta listen to it with no
Really
drums,
good.
but I know the version in.
I send
Okay, I'll listen to the version y'all got though.
Everything was a buzzer beater throughout this whole process, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about everything, man, down to the music, down to there's a lot of back end stuff that we talk about that happened. A lot of things came buzzer beater for everybody to have a good time. I think it was just super dope.
That's tight, man. It's when the best stuff comes through, man. That's when God is present.
Come on, man, come on, and I think that in a real way.
Not for real, for
You know,
real.
once we learn to elevate our mind and be okay with every process and just open up and be present to the opportunity, you know, the best things come out. It's like when you're in the studio, man, you just make sure that, you know, you're not disrespecting the time. I tell everybody, you know, around the group and everything, you can't manipulate God, right? You know, he already know what you're going to do with the opportunity. He already knows, so he put it there for a reason. You know, you just got to maximize.
Yeah.
You feel me? You got to put your all into it because it's right there for you. You know, I think it's just amazing, you know, to be able to see you and you tell me the story and you see you in Shreveport because I think that right there is a testament to who you are.
What you mean?
Being able to go out there.
Oh, yeah,
Being
man.
invited to come.
Yeah.
Being
Yeah,
like, yo, we need you.
We need you. Come
Right?
on.
Yeah.
Or even if you like, yo, y'all want to come and they're like, come on.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is,
Yeah.
you're there.
Yeah.
Right? And that is a testament to your character. Because if you were, let's say, yo, I'm a knucklehead, I'm from West LA, and this is what I'm on, rah, they'd be like,
Yeah.
we appreciate you, fam.
Stay your ass at home.
Yeah, we appreciate you, bro.
Nah, yeah.
But you're, you know what I'm saying? You're who
Hurricane.
you are.
Chris wouldn't even
Yeah.
invite us to no.
I was gonna say that, but I was like, I ain't gonna put Brad in this. He ain't gonna catch it straight, right?
Hey, I think I mentioned. Did I mention this last time that he was supposed to? Yeah. He was supposed to be hanging with us that whole time. He didn't come.
Yeah,
Said, fuck that, like, I ain't performing, I
Man.
ain't coming.
That shit was. I love that. That was man. Shreveport was crazy, man. Hell yeah.
Is your new project on YouTube or anything?
Mac.
Nah.
I'm sorry about that. I was texting.
No,
my
you good,
mom. I
you
had to
good,
make
you
sure she
good.
was straight.
Oh, okay, I feel that.
Real one.
Yeah, so the new podcast, the new podcast is coming.
Oh, your project.
The new project is coming. The new project is only on Even right now.
Okay.
We're gonna put it on streaming sites, but you know, I just wanted to make sure that you know I did everything right and you know can keep presenting it. Before I go, it tells a story about me keeping my faith through a health journey. You know, I don't know if people will see on my page or anything, but man, I was pushing like 500 pounds, bro. You know, and then I got to a point where, you know, just life was getting shorter and shorter, and you start to see like, okay, man, maybe I didn't, you know, wasn't breathing, or maybe I wasn't this, and it's like, okay, you got sleep apnea, and then it takes you to a place, and it's like you lose all this, and not only did you lose weight, but you lost it materialistically as well. And so you just coming back up, and it's like, before I get out of here, before I change my life and make sure y'all know, like, you know, I'm not stopping now. I'm a dog now. You know what I'm saying? I'm really pushing. You know what I'm saying? Everything that I've been through in my life at that point is like, you know, just led me up to this point to say, I'm here. You feel me? Like, I'm here the records. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I get in the studio, I'm going to show up. You know, every time I'm here, I'm going to make a hit. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's on the A side or B side. You feel me? Like, it's going to be amazing because I'm going to put my all into it. And I wasn't doing that before because I feel like things were holding me back, people, whatever it is, you know? And so that's Before I Go. So Big, check that out on Even, link in my bio.
It's called, what's it called?
It's called Before I Go, but
Before
the acronym is Big.
Okay. Make sure y'all check that out, man. I'm for sure going to go check that out.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go check out the distribution tape as well.
Distro Volume
And
1.
yeah, man, make sure you keep us involved too, man. I know we talked about it earlier in the show, but I know all three of us for sure. We interested.
Yeah, we
Come on.
interested in
You
what you got
know,
going.
yeah, man, and we want to keep
to
keep shouting these out. Like we do these every Sunday, 4 p.m.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? If it ain't me, it's gonna be Dave. If it ain't Dave, we gonna have a cast here.
Yes,
we
sir.
building it up.
Yes,
Maybe you could come through sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to build up the network as well, and we got the space.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. So let's just keep building.
Yeah.
I'm happy you came through. This is episode 10.
Come on.
Happy birthday, my dog, Dave.
The birthday
We about to get up out of here. I'm about to go to the radio station real quick,
Yes,
man.
sir, man.
Appreciate you though, man. That was episode 10. We'll holla at y'all. Peace.
All love, nice meeting you, man.
My G.
Yes, sir.
We locked in.